Hey you guys, what's up? It is Blind Eye coming back at you once again, and this is it! Here we go, let's do this! This is going to be my thoughts on the Twisted Metal TV series that premiered on Peacock. Now, I know I was gonna do this after I got done binge watching the show, which I did. I binge watched everything all in one day at once. Then I had family coming to town, and so I couldn't just. It's taken me a little bit to get around to it, but here we are. I've only seen the show the one time. I should have watched it again, but I haven't. But that's for another time. I'm gonna watch this show so many times. But there's no I didn't write out any notes. I didn't write out a script or nothing. No little guide as to what gonna be where. All my thoughts are gonna be jumbled around. So buckle up, Buttercup, because that's how we're going to rock it today. So, obviously, first off, oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, you have no idea how much I love this. I love this show so much. They killed it with this, dude. It is perfect. Oh my god. It's so good. It's so good. So, all right, we're gonna go into spoilers in this as well. So, I mean, the show's been out for what, over 2 weeks now? About, I think, 2 weeks, or was it? It has been a week. I don't know, but it's been out for a bit. So, uh, dude. So I'm not gonna go beat by beat, episode by episode. So, like I said, everything's gonna be jumbled around. Sweet Tooth, Needles Kane, Samoa Joe as the physical performance of Needles, Kane, Sweet Tooth, and Will Arnett doing the voice. Perfect, perfect, absolutely perfect. They crushed it. There's so many references and callbacks to every single game in the whole Twisted Metal franchise is there's bound to be a reference at some point between every single game in this show. It's so good. So we obviously know what the premise is, the whole synopsis, what's up. John Doe, played by Anthony Mackie, he's a milkman. And what their job is basically, is to deliver packages from one walled city to another walled city. So he goes to, I think it's San Francisco, San Francisco, and he's tasked by Raven, who is played by Neve Campbell, who is Sidney Prescott from Scream movies. And right off the bat, there's so many references. Like when he goes to San Francisco and he meets up with her, and she says, I want you to deliver a package. I hear you're the best of the best." Because milkmen in this world, they have like an expiration date, meaning they don't make it. You know, a lot of them, or mostly all of them, haven't made it except for him. He's like the best of the best. So she's like, "Okay, I need you to pick up a package because I hear you're the best of the best, and bring it back here. And if you do that, you can live here. You don't have to worry about being on the outside and fighting for your life all the time, and you'll be good. You'll be set." And so she takes him around the town, shows up and shows like how great the life is and all this stuff. And then, he's like, "Okay, I'll do it." Dude, as soon as he leaves, it's all bullshit. As soon as he leaves to go out and get this package, it's all bullshit. She has like a husband and she has a kid and like a baby. And as soon as he leaves, she's like, "Here, take this baby away." And like, "All right, you go back to doing whatever the hell you were doing." And so it's like, oh, what's going on here? What is she up to? Because she says, like in the trailer, she says, "I can make your wildest dreams come true. Whatever you want, I can, whatever your heart desires. What do you wish for?" And then, the whole toilet paper 2-ply. "Oh, I can do better than that 3-ply joke." That. So it's like, ooh, are they changing it up? Is she going to be Calypso? No, we'll get to that in a second. So there's so many references. So you get the gist of the show, and then, you get Quiet showing up and her brother Loud. You get their whole backstory. You get Agent Stone in there, who's a bad guy in this, which is sick. And then you got the other two, the brother and sister cop outlaw from the classic games. Carl and Jenny, I want to say that's the name. I'm drawing a blank at the moment. But, they're bad. They're bad guys too. There's so many. There's so many deep cuts, and then you get to Sweet Tooth. Needles Kane. You get to him. Oh my God, dude! They went deep. They gave him the suit from Twisted Metal 3 at a scene when he puts on his little show, and they went deep. His friend is the damn paper bag. Harold the wacky lunch sack from the cut ending game cutscenes from the original game that were cut. Uh, they go so deep into it. It's so good. There's other characters that show up in later episodes. Obviously, you got Preacher in there. He didn't really seem like your stereotypical like evangelist. Oh my God, like preacher, like whatever. But he does mention in his episode that he's in. He's like, oh, I did all this stuff. I did all this in the church, and all this stuff happened. Basically referencing what happened to him in Twisted Metal Black, which is cool. There's another episode like you get like all these semis just show up, and it's like 4 of them, I think, and they all connect, which is cool. So it's like this inner city type thing. It's like hard to explain, but it's cool, and it's always on the road moving. It never stops, which I'm like, dude, that's freaking cool. And in that group, there's Granny Dread, who drove Hammerhead in Twisted Metal 3. Miranda Watts, who drives Twister. Flower Power from Twisted Metal 3 is in this. Mike and Stu, right here, who you're seeing is Hammerhead right now in this gameplay that I recorded for this. Hammerhead's in it. They change up all these characters, so it's not like one-to-one from the games and all that, but it's still awesome. Let's see. There's so much stuff. I'm making this video short on purpose because it's just like so much stuff. I can blab on this for an hour. The one thing about the show that was annoying was with John Doe and Quiet. It's like they end up getting together and being a thing, but every time like they would be cool with each other, they would be like, they would love each other, whatever, be cool with each other, and then they would argue. And then like by the end of the episode, oh, they're cool with each other, and then by the next episode they're fighting and arguing again. It's like, all right, that got annoying. That happened way too many times. That should have happened like twice at most, but it happened like 10 times. I'm like, all right, that's annoying. Other than that, it was awesome. It was so good. And then let me see. There's another episode where they just pull out all the characters in the pit stop in like the bar, and you have drag queen. I think her name is Petunia or Priscilla. It's one of the two. From Twisted Metal 3. Pizza Boy from Twisted Metal 4. Or no, yeah, drag queen from Twisted Metal 4. Not Twisted Metal 3. Twisted Metal 4. Pizza Boy from Twisted Metal 4, which was cool. Pit Viper from the first game. Bloody Mary, who's Twisted Metal Black, but even though she's not that exact version of Bloody Mary there, but there's, a lot of names and stuff. Mr. Slam, which that was interesting or whatever to see what they did there. It was kind of funny. And then you got Mike and Stu that are in the show, and they're like with Sweet Tooth, and that's a whole big thing there. And then we actually finally got to hear Calypso's voice. We didn't see him, kind of, but we actually got to hear him, and it's interesting, like, because he kind of like he didn't sound like how I would think Calypso would sound. I'm like, I wonder if that's really him, if it's really not. I don't know. And then he kind of like had this like laugh kind of thing, like, okay, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. But anyway, we get to the final episode, right? We get to the final episode. You get Sweet Tooth backstory, you get all this crazy stuff going on. We get to the final episode. The final episode is where it all goes down. It's what we wanted for the whole show. All the characters come out. They're all fighting and battling each other like what you're seeing here. And it's so good. It is so good. Oh my God. I was like, yo. And then Sweet Tooth, Needles, he goes in, takes the lighter fluid out of the bag, out of Harold the wacky lunch sack, douses his head in it, and I'm like, no way, dude, are we gonna finally see it with the flaming hair? And like Mike and Stu are with him at this point. He's like, light it up, or when I give you the cue, light it up. And then boom, yo, they actually went for the flaming hair, dude. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so freaking good. Oh man, and so Agent Stone dies. Carl and Jenny, they get blown up. Um, and then they make you think Sweet Tooth gets killed, and I'm like, no, he ain't dead. They didn't kill him off. That's bullshit. They didn't do it. So there's a whole thing. The final episode, like all these recollections come. John Doe is about to find out who, like about his life and his past, and then Raven, who in her little bar has a Kelly sign, that's from her friend from the Twisted Metal Black game. There's a reference. There's so much stuff I can go on and on and on and on and on and on. I'm trying to keep this all short and sweet and to the point. But it basically sets up for season 2. And you see Calypso, you see the back of him, and he's putting up all these pictures of all these other contestants, and then you see him put up a picture of Mr. Grimm and Axel. So they are coming in season 2, and I hope it doesn't take forever for season 2 to come out, because man, if we don't get a season 2, I'm gonna be so bummed. All of us are gonna be so bummed if we don't get season 2. And then of course we got a new, we got Dollface, who was revealed to be showing up, and she's there, and she's John Doe's sister, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. Oh man, we're coming up on the end of this video. I'm blabbing. I could go on about this. I might make a podcast episode or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But there it is. You can tell I love this show so much. I hope we get a season 2. I really hope we get a new game. All that stuff. I might make multiple videos on this. We'll see. I don't know. But that's it. I'll see you guys for whatever comes next. Subscribe and check out all my content. Goodbye!